Hello friends, you're watching Art Habitu especially for young innovative minds. And this is lesson number 3 for history series for B Arc entrances like Nata, J Mains B Arc or J Mains Paper 2 and AAT, which is the entrance exams for getting an admission to IITs. So this is our lesson number 3. If you are watching this video or if you are watching this channel and this history series for the first time, do watch our lesson number 1 and lesson number 2 in which we discussed with Greek architecture. Now this lesson number 3 is going to be Roman architecture. Before moving on to the topic, be sure that you have your headphones or your earphones for a calm study. That means history is not an interesting topic for everyone, but if you are taking this history in a context of story, then yes, this will be really interesting. So be ready with your pen and paper so that you can jot down your important and interesting and twisting storylines. Going on with Roman architecture. Roman architecture is originated from Roman Republic or as a whole Roman Empire, and it started from 509 BC, which is not much accurate, to 4th century AD. And the famous Roman temple Pantheon is an important work and it's a milestone to architecture history. And it has an open air theater or amphitheater compared to open air theater in Greek. And yes, in Greek we had Parthenon, which is a Greek temple which is devoted to Athena, goddess Athena. And this is a Roman temple Pantheon. Don't be confused with the names Pantheon and Parthenon. Parthenon is in Greece and Pantheon is in Rome. And we have an open air theater known as Colosseum, but actually I have not included much about Colosseum in this video, but yes, we will include in further videos about Colosseum because it's yet another milestone to architecture history. And yes, we have also a beautiful structure known as Roman bath, and we have Roman orders like Greek orders, or we have 5 orders basically in classical architecture, out of which 3 are of Greek origin and 2 are of Roman origin. So we have Roman orders, and that's basically 2 of them. And yes, we have entirely different style of architecture elements like amphitheater, basilica, circus, forum, horium, insula, lighthouses, thermae, temples, theaters, villa, watermills. So there are a wide variety of architecture elements in the Roman architecture, but we are not going in detail with all of them because it's not much important when it comes to your entrance. But yes, we will be having a entire session for these all when we are studying for B Arc, the course itself. And yes, we will also discuss with the materials used in Roman architecture. Now coming to the next slide, that is origin and facts. Actually, for Roman architecture, the external language is Greek architecture, or most of them is involved, or there is an important involvement of Greek architecture in every part of Roman architecture. And Roman and Greek architecture combines to form classical architecture, and that's why we are discussing with 5 orders of classical architecture, which combines both Greek orders and Roman orders. And yes, they have similarities and dissimilarities in the structures. Yes, that's why they are entirely 2 different architecture styles. And we'll be studying about the features of arches and domes, because many types of arches were produced from Rome, But yes, arches have been uh, made, or it was invented not by Romans, but they made a variety of contributions in the arches and domes. Okay, and after this 4th century AD, Roman architecture disintegrated to late antique architecture and Byzantine architecture, which we will be discussing later on in coming videos. And now, Roman orders, the most important topic. I have already said that we have 5 orders of classical architecture, and there are 3 Greek orders which we have already discussed in previous video. And yes, we have 2 Roman orders, they are Tuscan and Composite. We have similarities between Doric order, the simplest order of Greek architecture, and Tuscan order, the simplest order of Roman architecture. But there's a difference in the structure of pillars, because we don't see these fragmentations in this pillar, because mostly all the Roman pillars are monoliths, or it's made from a single stone. Okay, now we are going to see such similarities in Corinthian, Ionic, and the composite order of Roman architecture. So here you can see that the composite order is a combination of both Ionic order in the top and Corinthian order towards the bottom. Okay, so Tuscan and Composite are the Roman orders. You'll be clear with the image, or you'll be clear about the structure of Roman orders and Greek orders, because if the questionnaire asks with an illustration or with an image to find out which order is this, or is it Greek or Roman order, you should be clear about the basic ideas of these orders. Okay, you should be able to distinguish between them. Now coming to the Roman temple Pantheon, it's also known as Basilica di Santa Maria. As I said, it's a Roman temple, and it's built by Trajan but completed by the reign of Hadrian. And it's built in a period around 113 to 125 AD, but this is also not accurate because it had some other works later on. And yes, the columns are granite, made of granite, and it's Corinthian, and the pillars are all monoliths. That means it's built from a particular type of stone as a whole. And the dome you can see in the second image is completely made of concrete, and it's got a central opening called oculus, from which whole light to the temple is coming for the devotees to worship their gods. So actually this building, or this Roman temple, was basically built dedicating to all gods of all religions. But later on, during, I think during the Byzantine Empire and so on and so forth, it became a Christian church. Now it's a Christian church, but it was like Bauhaus temples in India, dedicated to all gods. And it's named as the world's largest unreinforced concrete dome. Okay, so that is about Pantheon. Now it's an important milestone of architecture history, and we are coming to Roman bath. Roman bath is a well preserved thermae, and the source of the water are hot springs. And now it's not usable, because one time one girl, I think in 2013 or something like that, one girl, she was a swimmer, and she jumped into this, and she was dead after on, because of some meningitis, which was caused by a pathogen, deadly pathogen, in this Roman bath. So that's why it is now closed for swimming or bathing. But yes, they have built some other baths nearby for the tourists. And it has fireproof terracotta bricks and fine mosaic floors and marble covered walls with decorative statues. So that's a short note on Roman bath. And the material used in Roman architecture. Roman builders utilized naturally occurring materials, primarily stone, timber, and marble. Manufactured materials consisted of brick and glass, and composite materials consisted of concrete. The arch and the vault. The Romans did not invent but did master both the arch and vault, bringing a new dimension to their buildings that Greeks did not have. Actually, Roman architecture is not this much. You have to study much more in Roman architecture, but later on in your BR course. And yes, I have not included Colosseum in this video, but yes, I will include Colosseum later on in the coming videos when we are discussing upon the new architecture styles. And these are the typical elements of Roman baths. You can take a screenshot and read it. I am not going on with it because it's not it is precise, but yes, you don't need it much. So thank you for watching this video. If you are liking the video, do have a thumbs up. And if you are getting some knowledge about anything from these videos I'm posting in YouTube, then do subscribe. And also if you have any doubts or any particular sessions to be recorded with, then you can comment. And yes, if you like this video and if you are having some knowledge from this video, do press the bell icon right next to the subscribe button because you are not gonna miss any of my updates. Thank you.